Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 5 of the Project M Nexuscast. With me, I have my co-host, Flarp.
Yo.
I have special guest, JFyst.
Hi, how's it going?
And Tempest.
What's up, guys?
Alright, so we got them on because we're covering House of Ells, which JFyst went to, and then...
Well, hold on.
Wait.
What if people don't know who Tempest is?
I'm getting to that, bro.
Okay, God. Jeez.
And then we got Frozen Phoenix coverage for Tempest. So, Tempest, go ahead first. Introduce yourself.
Alright, so I'm a Project M player up in Ontario, Canada, more specifically around the Toronto area. I'm one of the POs for Frozen Phoenix. I main Toon Link, and yeah, I don't know, I'm just generally excited about PM, and I'm trying to become a good commentator on the side, so that's pretty much sums up me in Project M.
Neat. JFyst, number 30-something.
I guess I should introduce myself. I'm JFyst. I'm a TO in South Florida and a top 50 player. I'm ranked 33rd on the PM rank. My main is Sonic. I didn't just go to House of Ells. It was pretty much my child. Mine and my good buddies, Mr. Fabs. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much who I am in the PM community.
He's a Sonic man, so obviously he's a bad person.
I definitely have a small brain.
Not a stretch.
He goes down the street and spins into old grandmas and pushes them into the street.
He doesn't walk them across the street, he spins them across the street.
Just whacking them against the ground over and over.
We definitely roll together.
Oh no.
You can't crouch cancel it either.
So anyways, so we're here today to talk about these two events, right?
Yeah, these two events and a couple other topics, which would be a little bit shorter, but these are the two main things we're going to talk about. So, since it's first on the agenda, we'll talk about Frozen Phoenix.
Sounds like fun.
All right, where should I start? What do we want to know here?
Well, what was it like being there?
Well, okay, so as a TO, I couldn't have been happier with the part that I was involved with. If anyone watched, I was kind of glued to the commentary desk the second day, so I didn't see much of how it was running outside of my seat there. As a player, I had tons of fun. I was really happy with how I played, but still got destroyed. Had a bit of a death pool, but no Johns. Yeah, I don't know. It was probably the best tournament I've ever been to, for both as a player and just hosting one too.
What about compared to like last year's Frozen Phoenix? Do you think it got better?
So definitely the player experience for me was way better this year. We had a bit of a regression in numbers, but that was more due to like regrettable timing. We got jammed between EGLX and Full Bloom, so a lot of our melee players that entered both games kind of ended up getting sucked to those two tournaments. And then Don't Sleep also happened the weekend before, so might have caused a bit of crossover, but I don't think so. But it did. You couldn't tell. We got a new venue this year. We were in the same venue as Mixmaster 4, which was my first Project M tournament, and streamers were fantastic. We had a Z-Man and our melee streamer Art back. I know, all around it was a great tournament, and Canadians kind of popped off this year, so that was super fun to watch.
I was silently wondering whether or not Z-Man was actually there, because I haven't seen him do too much recently. I don't know if he's still streaming AZ events. I assume he is.
Yeah, he does it on Twitch now.
Yeah, he does it on Twitch now.
Yeah.
What a big boy. I'm actually proud of him. I think that's the way to go, but apparently no one else agrees.
No, Z-Man said, you know what, why are we going to YouTube? We might as well just go to Twitch at this point.
I definitely think Twitch is the way, but like, I don't know. Like there's some people. I had this long conversation on Facebook about this. There's just some people out there who feel like the possibility of getting a small return back from Twitch, from YouTube, you know, the possibility that you could get something is much better than the exposure that you would get from Twitch.
I don't agree, but that's a topic for another day, obviously.
I mean, we already had that talk on episode 2 of the
Ooh.
podcast, I think. So
Check that one out immediately after this one. No, don't click off of this one.
Don't click off. You guys need to listen to me. All right, I'm a great person.
Yeah.
Other than that, he means Sonic.
yeah, that's the caveat here.
So as a spectator, from my perspective, I thought it was a great tournament to watch. It wasn't one of those ones where I'm like, oh boy, here come the pools matches, like, wake me up when it's over.
Yeah.
But that was like, all the pools matches were very interesting. Like, watching Res Lived have really close games with everyone and XYK and all that.
Yeah, it was definitely a top-heavy event compared to the ones recently. It helps when more Americans are coming to our events year after year. We're kind of in our own little bubble up in Canada, so it's been a bit of a chore. We've kind of built up a reputation. First year we had Junebug and some of Michigan, and then from there we kind of established that Michigan is our go-to American state. We're like super homies with them now. Then last year we had Thunders, Fearless came down with Youngblood, I think his tag was. And then Michigan came out again, XYK came out, and then this year we just kind of had, I think we had 6 top 50 players. We had Poilu come from Europe, and then a bunch of other Michigan players that hadn't been before. Got Curbsy from Ohio for the first time. Just lots more American participation this year. It was great.
How are you not going to mention my boy Morse Code? The greatest Samus to ever do it.
He didn't come this year.
He went last year, though. He's so sick.
Oh, I know.
He got second.
He's super sick. He did. I remember that. But he is from Michigan, as I said. And Michigan has always been our homie since year one. They always come out, put on a great performance for the viewers, and they're super fun to hang out with. So, shout-outs to Michigan.
Shout-outs to Michigan.
Shout-outs to Michigan.
But also shout-outs to the Canadians. They're just fun to watch, because I don't get to see them that much play at
we're
big
hoping
events.
People will donate to Ron Gunshoe this weekend to get him out to Bigger Belk.
Oh, yeah, that's right. This Sunday, right? Mario
right.
Party
We're gonna
Fest.
play some
Let's
Mario
go,
Party.
guys.
Thank you, Belk team. You guys are amazing. Also, Permafrost, we're going to try and send out some players. I know Titanium himself is thinking of going, but we're going to do our best to get some more Canadian representation out there this year.
If you guys don't mind me bringing this up, because I know this is definitely a major topic when it comes to Frozen Phoenix, but can we go ahead and talk about Rogunshoe? Because, man, I want to talk about Rogunshoe.
I've got lots to say about him.
Let's go Rogunshoe.
So, first of all,
I don't know. Some weird weeaboo anime name.
We can just call him Brad if we want to just name him Brad for the rest of the podcast. I'm sure he wouldn't mind that.
Can we call him Bob?
He's Bob too. We could call him Bob.
Bob too.
Or we could call him Furry Guy that plays Mark.
Can we call him Dad?
Nah, that's a Wumpy thing. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Shouts to Wumpy. Anyway.
But yeah, so Ron Gunshoe, if you guys listening to the podcast didn't hear, he got second at Frozen Phoenix, and he was not seeded to get second. Dirtboy was. Dirtboy got 17th because burnout. I'll get to that in a bit. But Ron Gunshoe, he dropped sets to only 2 players, the eventual winner and top 10 PM ranked player Tech Boy, who he did manage to take a set off of, and our favorite Yoshi in Canada, Wamsa, which also stands for White Amsa.
Oh, that's great. I'm happy that you had to mention the white part. I wouldn't have thought about it at all if you didn't.
It is quite a good tag.
It is a good tag, and he's a good player.
Guy too. Yeah, he is.
He to work with Yoshi.
He did. I mean, he beat second place. Only 2 people did that, so...
Yeah.
But yeah, Ron Gunshoe beat Wild, who is, I believe, number 2 in Illinois. Another Sonic, trying to lessen the amount of those. He beat Morks, he beat Dirtboy, he beat XYK, he beat Ellipsis twice, and he beat Tech Boy in Grands in the first set. Played Martha in most of those sets. Yeah, it was a fantastic run. And then actually leading up to Frozen Phoenix, he also had a really good weekly. He came down to our Hamilton weekly, which is the city we host Frozen Phoenix in, and he beat Blitz, beat JJK, and he beat Sneeze. And he ended up winning that weekly. So he had a really good span of a few days there where he just kind of destroyed everybody except for Tech Boy. Though you could argue he destroyed him in the first set, but whatever.
They were going almost even, which is crazy because he's not ranked at all. And
no, I know. But he's trying to change that. I believe he's going out to Resting Stitch Face this weekend.
Or was he going to...
Did you say Blue 2 or Blue Zone?
Flex Zone after that?
Pardon me?
Flarp, you go
Flex
ahead.
Zone?
You go ahead.
Okay, so is Ron going to go into Flex Zone in like a week?
I don't believe so. But
oh, man.
No,
may be
actually,
wrong.
I think he was talking with me, and he said he might. I think he was planning on going.
He's
I'm pretty sure he
probably
said that.
planning on going, but him planning on going to something and him being able to go are two different things.
That's true. Yeah. But
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. Hopefully,
We
he shows
will.
up.
I'm hoping he can go. Like, we had JJK kind of pioneer the path for Canadians this past year. Obviously, he took sets off some pretty good players. One of them is in the podcast with us right now.
Hi.
And Canadians are slowly starting to get out there. Ontario especially. Ontario players being Blitz, JJK, and Rangunshu. And shoutouts to Nombre, who likes to drive them out. A lot of people are starting to know Nombre just as well, for the ones that are attending the tournaments. We're hoping Solarius can go to more stuff, but he's in Alberta, and Alberta's kind of nowhere. So we're trying.
We're making an attempt. I respect it. I know the field being in the middle of absolutely nowhere.
That's
So
right.
funny.
It's
Not fun.
rough.
Moto's in Florida, but no one ever sees him in Florida.
I'm literally in the middle of directly in the middle of 2 p.m. scenes, which is like at least an hour and a half each way.
And he just
Like,
doesn't
oof.
have a car to drive.
Yeah,
I know that struggle. Believe me.
I wanna go ahead and mention some of the people Rogunchu beat. Number 1, Wild. Wild, my boy, I love him. We do net play all the time. Wild's really bad when it comes to nationals. I don't think he's ever done well at like any national I've seen him at, and he's been to a couple. He just doesn't do well once he's out of pools.
Yeah, speaking of Wild and in pools, he actually lost to one of our Marios, Erg. You guys might remember Erg from last year. He beat Lucky in PM.
I feel like
Yeah.
it's Mario Erg. Does he
He
wear like
is
the doctor
definitely a
skin
Mario.
or something? I can't remember.
He's a Mario, and he's pretty good at the Sonic matchup. He plays Crump a lot, so
Shoutouts to Crump.
that's right. Crump,
Ooh.
follow Crump
Crump
at
it.
Crumpberry on Twitter.
Yeah, follow at Crumpberry. Quality
Awesome.
treats.
Change all our Twitter names
To Crump. Yeah.
Now,
Just for like a minute.
oh my god,
That'd be
down.
great.
I don't.
And
How does
Crump
he
is
do?
the founder of TKB, and
Oh my
Rangunshu
gosh.
and Erg are also in TKB.
And
I am
so
also
is
in TKB.
a lot of
We are
people.
a good crew.
TKB is actually the dumbest thing on the planet.
It is the best thing on the planet. I don't know what
I
you're
agree
talking
with
about.
JFyst.
Thank you, Tempest.
But,
you'll see.
You're
But,
clearly a man
yeah.
of taste.
I am. I think so.
You'll all see.
Anyways, so then he beats Morks. I believe this list that you gave us is in order.
Yeah.
Then he beat Morks. They're both Canadian. I don't know how often they play.
Not too often.
Not
like-
too often.
Like a few times a year at most.
Has he ever beaten Morks before?
I believe he hasn't in tournament, but I may be wrong. But he's definitely beaten him in some money matches pretty hard. Whatever to those.
I'll take that. I mean, I feel like,
Yeah.
when you lose like multiple money matches, like you play against this person and you're like, I know this person can beat me, you know?
Right. Yeah.
Then he beats Dirt Boy. A little bit more of a surprise. I wasn't too shocked because I had heard that Rogunchu has beaten Dirt Boy before in a money match.
In a money match, which was contested, whether that meant anything. But
For me
Canadians
personally,
took that a W.
For me personally, I'll take W's with money matches, like $5 or whatever, because PM players are poor, dude. We don't have money.
It was 'cause it was
$5 is a
$5
lot
Canadian,
to PM
though.
players. All right, we're broke
It
people.
was $5 Canadian. It's like $2 American. That was the whole like whatever.
I mean, that's a little bit more whatever. I agree, kind of.
Yeah, but for us it's still 5 because that's the money we use.
But hey, he beat him in bracket, so
Yeah, he beat him in bracket.
and
after.
he did it with. I mean, maybe it was optimal, but it looked really flashy. There's a pretty good move.
You said that. Oh, I saw that Giphy.
There was a few Giphies that aren't on Reddit yet.
You said that there was something with Dirt Boy, like he was burnt or something.
Okay, yeah. So Dirt Boy, obviously we all know Dirt Boy's really good at Smash. He's been 22nd and 21st on the PM ranks since they started coming out. He got second in doubles in both Melee and PM at Frozen Phoenix. He got top 8 in Melee. So by the time it rolled around where he needed to play PM, he was super burnt out. Ended up losing to his fellow statesman Yono and got 17th. So felt kind of bad, but he put in hella work this weekend.
Okay, so it was pretty much just PM singles that like got hurt.
Yeah.
How well did you do in Melee?
That's what happens.
You
got 7th in Melee.
7th.
Which is pretty respectable. We have a few Miyama 100 players in Ontario. We had Ryan Ford, Trillium, and Moki. I believe they're like 97, 60 something, and in the 30s somewhere.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. That's a pretty solid top 8 to break into. Especially in Melee, where like the mid to top level like area is like kind of hard.
Yeah,
like,
it's pretty rough.
It's pretty rough there because there's so many of them.
Yeah, there's a ton. We actually had a pretty big debacle with the PR that just got released in Toronto for Melee because there's like 18 people, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but not too much, that were eligible for the 10th spot on the PR, and everyone was up in arms as to who got it when it was released. So it's pretty indicative of that problem in Melee.
Let's see. Okay, so next, Rogunchu beats XYK.
Yep.
That was hard to watch.
It was hard to watch. XYK SD'd twice in the game 1.
That's sad. I actually barely watched Frozen Phoenix.
And, I mean, we take those, but it looked a little sloppy.
Yeah.
XYK won game 2, I believe, and then lost game 3 after another. He SD'd in that one, but then game 4, Rangunju kind of just bodied him. So it's like, okay, yeah, you earned it now, like for sure. Like it was a little questionable, but then it was like no doubt.
As a Luigi main who understands the Marth matchup, I'd say I understand it pretty well. I was just like cringing in my chair, like, why are you doing that? Stop doing that, please. And he didn't stop doing that.
I mean, XYK wasn't exactly playing his best that weekend, I don't think, because he also lost to Resliv too. So
he did, but Resliv did get top 8, so you might have to give a little more credit to Resliv.
I wanted to wait because I wanted to shout him out so hard. Let's go, Resliv! I love Resliv. He's so fucking funny.
After he lost to Jonahue at We Tech Those 3, he was grinding out the Luigi matchup, I heard.
Alright, let's go.
Since he's like, I'm tired of losing Luigi's.
Damn Jake character.
Some rando named Flarp beat me that one time.
Random guy. What a loser. Anyways, let's go. Resliv's actually top 8 master. He actually makes a lot of top 8s.
He does.
Not a bad thing.
Yeah, no, that's not a bad thing at all. He's just he's just always in that top 8 zone, and that's a good place to be, honestly.
Oh yeah.
I was rooting for Resliv. Not gonna lie.
I definitely root for Resliv like all the time. If I see him play, I'm like, let's go Resliv. The only way I won't is if it's like someone from Florida. That's about it. Then after XYK, Rogunchu goes into Ellipses. He beats him twice in winners and losers.
That's right.
Because Game & Watch is a jank character that shouldn't exist, and Rogunchu proved that by beating him with solid fundamentals. Only fundamentals, not a good character. Fundamentals.
Shoutouts to Ellipsis.
Into the SD card.
I didn't know he'd been getting so good over the last year. Like I knew of him because he made HM in Michigan, which I think was only a year ago. And I was like, oh, Game & Watch making HM, classic. And then I saw the game rank 50 ballots because Titanium does them. And I saw he was in consideration at one point, and I was like, wait, what? This guy's good now? And then he went and got 3rd at Frozen Phoenix and kicked my butt in pools. So, yeah, he's pretty good. Also,
now you really know.
Stupid.
I have a lot of Game & Watch friends. I do. But I honestly have a hard time, like, respecting a Game & Watch player's skill. I assume people have the same thing with Sonic. And, you know, I that's fine. But, like, my thing is with Game & Watch. Like, I see a Game & Watch that's good, and I'm like, you know, it's Game & Watch. I think
yeah, sometimes. It depends how well they're doing.
I think there's only one Game & Watch who doesn't get carried by the character, and that's LZ and maybe Pikmon. But that's it. I think the rest of them are carried.
JJK does not get carried. I think you're a little salty, man. I don't know.
I think he gets carried by the character. I don't know. Wait, actually, yes, I do think. He literally started playing the character because he was like, I'm tired of trying and losing with Falcon. I want to not try and play Game & Watch.
Because that's him. He's only, like, 18. So he's one of those memers. But, like, he was playing Game & Watch on the side for a while. And he just said, you know what? Game & Watch is a better character. I'm going to play Game & Watch. And I think people kind of doubt how much work some of these people put into the game. Obviously,
I'm not saying that they don't. 2 of you
guys are on the top 50, so you know the work that goes into getting there.
I'm not saying they don't. I just think Game & Watch requires a lot of character-specific bullshit. I hate it when a Game & Watch tells me I need to SDI their up B. Fuck these people. Screw you. This is really hard to do it on reaction. Very annoying.
Maybe. I don't know. I can do it, but I'm not good, so it doesn't matter.
Anyways, I'm not trying to throw shade. Yeah, I'm definitely awful. I'm not trying to show shade. I'm just really salty when it comes to Game & Watch.
That's fair. I can see it. I'm salty about lots of characters when I'm playing against them and losing. Especially Spaceys. But, alright, so I'll shout out some other of our Ontario boys that aren't necessarily well known. We have Marco64, who he got 9th. He beat Mask, so that's a top 50 win for him. He's a Sheik player. He likes to tell you he also is a Mario main, but he's not, so don't listen to him. He kind of started out as this enigma in the scene. At our first Frozen Phoenix, he was like, I think he went unseeded because I didn't know who he was. He got 17th in PM. Then last year, he went on this huge run, I think he beat Blitz. He beat 2 of our other PR players and got 13th. And then this year he got 9th after beating Mask. Then obviously I mentioned earlier, Erg beat Wild in pools. That was a wild ride. Excuse me for the pun.
Pith, we're so funny.
Pith, if you guys remember him from last year, he beat XYK with Kirby, that amazing character. This year he got a win on Dumb Shiny, and he went last game with Ripple and Poilu, so he did pretty well. We had another one of our local guys, Xdoll, who's changed his tag to the Wanderer. He beat Sneeze in pools. And then for those of you who know Nightmare, the Melee Marth player from Toronto, he lost to Dash, a Sonic player from Ottawa who uses Weechuck in my pool.
Let's go, my busted character.
That weekend.
Dash the Hedgehog.
That's right, Dash the Hedgehog. Yeah, Ontario showed up. It was super fun to watch.
Okay, so, and then the last person, we're going to reset on Tech Boy, right? He reset him.
That's right. Yeah. He reset on Tech Boy.
Using Lucario, I think, right?
He did use Lucario.
Yeah.
That Aura Doggo thing.
Definitely a cool character.
Yes.
We don't see enough of Lucario. That's my opinion.
I agree.
Lucario's sick.
I wish I saw more of him so I could learn how to DI things. That would be great.
I wish there were as many Lucario mains as there were Sonic mains.
I don't.
See, it's because Sonic mains love themselves.
I think I wish there was as many Sonic mains as there was Lucario mains.
Yeah, I can see that way too. Yeah, okay. Just switch the numbers, and then it's a much better world.
It's so funny because the Sonic's like hated as a character, right? But like our Discord is definitely the best and most active Discord. Like
probably.
By far, it's crazy. Like we definitely, the thing is right? Like if everyone else hates us, I guess we just love each other that much more.
Probably bond together in mutual hatred.
In mutual OC love.
Right.
And now Lunchables is joining that family, baby.
Oh my gosh! Don't remind me.
Oof.
I'm a Toon Link main, so you know how I feel about that.
And now I reign over another player.
Another one.
But anyways, so yeah, Rogunchu did a great job. I wouldn't call his run crazy, if only because I kind of expected most of those win, except for Tech Boy. Let's go, Rogunchu. You're insane.
I guess it depends.
How'd you beat Tech Boy?
Canadians, we're pretty used to having our players underrated, and most of those players he beat are top 50 or top 2-3 in their region for PM, and we get kind of cast aside if we're, especially like people who aren't named JJK or Morks, because we're not top 50, so who are we really? But yeah, I mean, I half expected it and I half didn't. Like, I didn't expect second place at the most stacked tournament.
I didn't expect second place. So. That's fair. That's fair. I totally respect that. And honestly, I didn't know. You told us about some losses he had, not during the podcast earlier. Like he went 0-2 in some bracket or something. And like he lost to Resliv that we tech those.
We tech those, I think it was. I hope that's the right tournament. He lost to Resliv. Wasn't too happy about that. And then I think he made bracket by beating... You know what? I forget who he beat. I'm sorry about that.
I mean, but he made bracket as a point.
He made bracket, but I think it was top 64.
Do you know who he lost to in losers?
I don't remember, to be honest.
It happened to be yours truly, unfortunately.
That's right. And then I think I bugged him because Blitz beat you, but then Brad didn't beat you.
Let's go,
I
Flarp.
think that's what I did.
Let's go,
All I'm
Flarp.
saying is, Rongongshu beat Tech Boy, I beat Rongongshu, just do the math.
You're right.
Actually,
Flarp top 10.
Flarp actually got second at Frozen Phoenix. Maybe even first. Maybe he would have been Tech Boy.
Yep.
Again.
I mean, maybe. That's what we're working with right now. It looks like.
That's the logical answer to come to, really.
I'm ready to camp Tech Boy out for as long as necessary.
I'm hoping I don't have to commentate that as well. So
I have to play that on.
that's your choice. You can just go and lose if you want.
I could, but I want to win.
5 minutes into the match, the only thing that has happened is Blizzard and Fireball at the ledge.
Sounds like a nightmare.
Sounds like Luigi
I love
Ices.
slow maxes so much.
You're a terrible person.
Yeah, my friend just told me to play Brawl.
Oh,
Since
I can
love
see it.
slow
Might
maxes.
be right.
See, but the problem is that then he can't play Luigi in Brawl. Luigi's garbage.
That's what you think.
no, I don't
For
want to
now.
know. I don't want to know about some brawl tech.
We'll
Brawl
find some
plus,
crazy way to
baby.
misfire every time.
Dude, I figured out how to trip on command.
Yeah. It's pretty powerful.
It's actually how he low profiles everything.
Sounds pretty good. I don't know. It's like missing an L cancel on purpose. It's pretty big brain.
The
The
base
ultimate
brain
mix-up.
play.
Yeah, but final things I want to comment on in terms of things that happened. Morx and Solaris, two of our Permafrost Canadian boys, they won doubles in PM. I believe over Dirt Boy and... Oh, why do I not remember who he teamed with?
I got you. Give me a second.
I think it was XYK. It was off stream, so I didn't see it because I was too busy talking about
Dirt
things
Boy,
that were
Tech Boy.
happening.
The
Dirt Boy,
boys.
Duh, obviously, the boys. I do remember that team. Yeah, they beat them, so shoutouts to them. Now, all I have left is the two controversial things that happened at our event.
Oh boy.
Controversy.
So
Whoa.
we'll start with the first one that happened just before the tournament started. For those of you who paid attention, Westballs was supposed to be at this tournament, and he was not. So he decided not to go to his flight, even though we'd paid for it. And he didn't show up. That's about all I'll go into, but we were kind of disappointed about that. We had a Switch was supposed to come, but he showed us the Switch. He was going to come of his own volition, but he had a wedding to go to, unfortunately, so he couldn't make his way out.
What a nerd.
I know, what a nerd, having relatives that are getting married. Who does that?
God, dweeb.
Yeah, dweeb. I don't know, man. Like, maybe next time. But the big one, no coaching, by the way. So anyone paying attention to the stream or the bracket would see that on stream, Blitz beat Morx in Game 5 in, I believe it was winners quarters. And the bracket didn't say that. The bracket said that Morx beat Blitz in Game 5. So I don't know if our mics were picking it up on the commentary, but JJK was yelling things like no coaching, but he was in Game 5 he started, I didn't hear it myself, but it was pretty much yelling out that Morx didn't have a jump, or he keeps teching into the corner, or he's gonna up be there, or something like that. So it started becoming pretty much coaching, even though it wasn't supposed to. And Morx was furious. If anyone goes on Reddit, there's a video of him kicking his headphones across the floor after that set, and me just kind of going, uh-oh, what should I do here? I've never had to deal with this before. But they replayed Game 5, not the whole set, and Morx won, and the rest is history. Blitz lost to Solaris and got 4-stocked. Probably saw that Team Clench video. Showed us Team Clench. And Morx got 5th. But yeah, that was fun. But,
I'm sorry, I would provide comments to that, but I'm shook by my computer turning off.
But
You
yeah,
recording again?
Yeah, I started recording again.
Okay, well.
I don't know where that first half of the podcast side is going to go, but I'll figure it out.
it'll be a journey, and we'll all be a part of it. Or so we like to say.
It'll all be okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have too much to add in terms of that weekend. Like I said, I had a great time. I've been trying to ride that momentum.
I feel like there's another huge thing that we haven't talked about yet: the coaching controversy.
Oh, I actually just
We
was
just
talking
talked
about that.
You missed
Oh
it.
my
I think
god!
you were really too shook.
What a
Which
Guys,
is-
we need to. Have we talked about Rongongshu yet?
I don't know, dude.
What a sad world. I'm so sad that I missed that.
It's okay. I mean, if you have anything you want to say about it, you can still say it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that you guys probably covered it. Like, it was just a bad call in a bad circumstance. I don't. You know what? Maybe this wasn't said like, the hell, JJK, be older than 6 years old. He's 18. That's not okay.
Yeah, it's not. But you know what? He's been given a talking to, and it'll be dealt with. We can assure you that.
All right. So is that basically it? Did we talk about?
I guess I can shout out myself. I did 6.5 hours straight of commentary on day 2, which apparently is not a thing you're supposed to do as a commentator. Apparently, you're supposed to get burnt out after like 2 hours.
Wow, sucking your own dick
You
much?
just powered through, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe people want to know about that. I don't know.
He's got the strong rib muscle.
That's right. Goes to my ribs.
Very flexible.
I don't know about flexible, but we're gonna pretend that they are.
He actually bends over backwards the other way.
Oh, I'm sorry. I need to ask. Did we talk about West Balls?
I did a little bit. I didn't say much because like I don't want to really get into that much because I don't know. He flaked on us, and there's not really much I can add without like firing shots at him. Really, he just kind of like for reference. I started as a Falco main, so I was really excited to see West Balls for the first time. Like he was even supposed to be in my pool, and then he just kind of like didn't come. And I was like, oh, okay.
He didn't come because he was afraid of losing to you.
Apparently.
He was terrified of going 0-2 again at another PM tournament.
Oh my gosh, let's not talk
Shout
about
out to
that.
Bigger Bauk. Let's go. So I mean, I guess if that's all we got for Frozen Phoenix,
yeah, that's about it.
We can move on to House of Ells if you guys want.
That's right.
The House of Ells.
House of Smells, as I prefer to call it.
The House of Ells. What a fucking,
nice one.
What a fun weekend with so much preparation and cancels at the very, very last minute. I'm talking last second cancellations like 7 times. It was awful.
That's what running a tournament is, my friend, especially when you have pre-reg. We had a fair amount of reseeding we had to do at Frozen Phoenix. It is not fun. Shoutouts to TOs, because like it's hard.
Yeah, but this was more of like just really unfortunate circumstances that we couldn't really help that much.
That's fair. I mean, that happens.
Where we because this event, like, it didn't really cost any player a dime. No one had to pay anything. They just had to show up. And, like, even that, like, turned, like, issues at the last second.
Oof.
So House of Ells first started, 2016, like, the middle of it, like, summer.
Okay.
We wanted to do it for winter of 2017 during summer. We wanted to do it for winter of 2017. Me and my buddy Mr. Fab came up to me and he was like, I want to just get Florida all together because Florida's like 9 hours away from each other north to south.
Long state.
Yeah, just get everyone together into one house and we'll just play. We'll get an Airbnb. They're super cheap. They're not cheap, spoilers. They're super cheap, and we'll go ahead and we'll just get it for 1 weekend. And I was like, that's cool. Let's do it. Let's collect all the Florida TOs or whatever, and we'll split the task or whatever. All right. So shots number 1. Florida TOs mostly useless until like the week before. Very unhelpful with most of the things I had to do. Like, I'd take care of, like, a lot of the work, and I might, like, throw something away because I don't feel like doing it. I'd be like, hey, guys, somebody take care of this. Silence. Dead silence. Right? And then somebody might chime in with, like, a meme, because this is a chat with all the Florida TOs, like, Facebook chat. And then someone throws in a meme, and, like, 7 people jump on that meme.
Oh, that sounds like
awful.
Regional discords.
Oh, my God, it was so terrible. And so we're setting all this up. And maybe like 3 or 4 weeks before the actual event, we had it originally set to January, but we moved it to March because, at some point we lost interest, and then Mr. Fab kind of brought it back to life. And then, so like maybe a month before, like I'm counting the money that we've got, like a little bit donated, and then money that I've saved up, and we have like $500, right? And like a little bit more that we could put in.
Okay, so sizable amount.
So originally we looked at the house and it was like $400 for like the whole weekend, right? like 16 bedroom, whatever, like $400, $500. Then we go to checkout, and the cleaning fees come in, and
oh yay!
And they body you.
Hidden fees.
Cleaning fees add like an extra 300, and then there was like something else that they added. Like at the end of conversation,
Sonic main fees.
It was like 1,000. Sonic main fees. They definitely knew I was trying to get in there. $1,000. We did not have the money for this. But the legend himself, Mr. Fabulous, went ahead. He threw in for the entire house, the full $1,000. He put down for the house. That is not money that he, got back. He still hasn't gotten back. I'm trying to save some up to, pay him back slowly. But he hasn't gotten any of that money back. What a hero! Shout outs.
Dude, that's
Shout
awesome.
outs to Fab.
That's done out of pure love for
definitely
PM
like earning his tag there. Eh? Like, there's no question that he is Mr. Fabulous.
That is a pretty fab move. So he goes ahead, he buys the house, and now, suddenly we have $500 to spend on just the tournament or whatever. So now I use like $300 or $200, something like that, came from me, and I used that to fly out Kais.
Joseph Kais. That was awesome.
Kais, yeah, Kais, he's so awesome. I love Kyle. Also, shout outs to next year's tournament, Kais' Kickback.
Hey.
He went ahead. I bought the flight for him. Surprisingly, the least problems I had was getting somebody to the tournament.
That's good. That there was not too many problems with that.
He just flew with his Charizard.
That's with his banned character in tow.
Yeah.
With his banned character.
It just hit fly, held that down B while he was grounded, and he just took off.
Yeah, went all the way down to Florida. That's how
right.
he did
He was
it.
walking through TSA, and they're like, "Wait, is this a banned character?" and he just took off.
They
Is that fit in a water bottle? Because I don't know if you can bring that on a plane.
He actually sold the ticket. Yeah, he just flew over here himself. Sold the ticket, kept some money.
That's the play.
That's actually the play. Anyways, so we fly Kais over. We have like $300 like for the house or whatever. And every single person in the house, the only thing that they have to pay, I did lie earlier. I said no one had to pay a dime. They actually had to pay $30 for the house, food, and whatever. So each person in the house paid like $30. And if you weren't in a tournament, then you paid 15. Because some of that went into pot.
Right.
Funny story about that. I'm telling Kala, local Ivysaur legend, Kala, letting him know about like the fees or whatever that we need, just the $30, and like 15 goes into pot for singles and doubles. And he replies to me with like, what if I don't want pot? And I tell him, I say, fuck you, like, you're an idiot. What are you, of course I'm not talking about pot. So then he's like driving with his girlfriend and he's telling her about it. And she's like, I think that's what you guys call the money that you guys put in, the prize money. And he's like, oh, what an idiot. How do you not know?
This is why Ivy mains are not able to replicate, so.
What a dumb person. But okay, so like so we finally, weekend finally comes. We're all pumped, we're hyped, whatever. It's like a 4-hour drive from South Florida to Orlando, which is where the event's taking place. And we go ahead, we get there, and the house is locked. There is nobody there to give us the key. No one's answering their phones. We are outside the house for like a solid hour.
Should have like spin dashed through the door.
I'm like wondering, do I need to break a window and just tell them it's their fault? like I'm like, what are we gonna do? Because they're not answering the phone, and what if they're like off for the weekend or something? Eventually, Mr. Fab, who I'm now just gonna call Sam, Sam goes ahead and he gets the people on the line and he finds out the password, which he immediately forgets and has to call them back.
Oh my god!
Yet again.
Good job.
So. By the time we get to the house, by the time we finally get inside, it's Kais, Dingo, me. Oh my god, Dingo's another like thing that I gotta mention. Kais, Dingo, me, some other Florida PR. Kala came in my car. Sam came in my car. We're all there, and the only two people setting things up are me and Sam. Everyone else just having good time talking to each other.
Oh, I love when
In
that
my
happens.
mind, I'm like, oh, aren't you guys great? Isn't this awesome that we're doing the work and you guys are just enjoying
Dude,
each other's
that's what being
company?
a TO is just kind of shirking the work and just being like, man, why am I doing this? And then you realize, then the weekend finishes and you're like, oh yeah, that's why I did that.
By the way,
Reminds me of. Wait,
mention.
I got a.
Oh, go ahead.
Wait, okay, a quickie story here. That's really dumb. Reminds me of Olympus when I was there with my friend and no one was there, and they were setting up all the TVs and Wii's. And some person was like, "Hey, can you help us set up for a bit?" And we set up one Wii and started playing on it.
Nice. That was worse.
I'm proud of you, Flarp.
The play. That actually should have been the play I did. I'll get to that in a bit.
They asked you if you could help, and you just like set up a Wii, pressed Nair, and sat down.
Dick tried to run towards me to get me to stop, and I was just like, stuck my leg out real quick.
There you go.
So we're setting everything up. I had to bring the streaming equipment, even though Hwampy is the one who takes care of that. Hwampy, Yoshi, Main, and Florida, like 4th in the PR. He usually takes care of that stuff, but he's a 5-year-old, and his mom actually brought him up, him and his brother. So he wasn't getting there until like after school, so I had to figure out like a lot of that myself. But ultimately, I was too small-brained to set it up fully, and Hwampy had to come and save the day. I threw some shade earlier at some other, like, you know, the other Florida TOs, but they really did come. They really did come through at the very end. A lot of the equipment that we got, we couldn't have gone without Central Florida. To be honest, North Florida didn't really do too much. Even they just kind of came, you know,
As usual.
They chilled. North Florida didn't really do much. But Central Florida, you know, they were really helpful during the event. You know, they made sure to run as smooth as possible. Shout-outs to Afro Wonder for having a wonderful afro, and also for cooking for us.
Hey.
That was awesome. You know, having bacon in the morning, fresh bacon, waffles.
That's
and
nice.
Stuff. Yeah. We had our own little buffet there, and it was all thanks to him. Central Florida, very helpful at the time of the event. Blinking Sky went ahead and like took care of stream. Like when we, you know, when obviously the players like couldn't really take care of stream during tournament. You know, they were very helpful during the event, and you know, they contributed a bit before like setting up the GoFundMe and stuff. So the day before, right? Everyone's at the house now, except for Dirt Boy, who had a wonderful adventure trying to get to Florida. Wonderful adventure.
I saw he slept in some restaurant. I don't remember.
You
Burger
can't
King?
ruin it. You can't ruin it yet. It's so good.
All right.
So setups are starting to be set up, and you know, players are obviously going to go play. And I'm just trying to get stream working. I'm like, oh my god, like, what if there's no good internet here? You know, what if, you know, we'd never tested out these cables. These cables are brand new. We just got them for this tournament. What if they don't work? You know, what if the headphones sound weird? Or what if the mics sound bad? Like, all these things are going through my head. Like, and I'm just trying to get it all set up. I ended up staying up until like 3 in the morning that night, just setting everything up. And like making sure the build was working right, because it had like some last minute bugs for some reason. Even though I didn't touch it, I'm telling you, there's a gremlin out there who's out to get me.
It's probably
Project M
Ells
gremlin.
himself.
It's hiding in your SD card.
It's definitely Ells. Let me go ahead and tell you about Ells real quick, and why Ells didn't show up to House of Ells.
Because he's Ells. He's handing out Ells.
And we took a major L for that, let me tell you. So anyways, so Ells, like, so part of this original conception of this idea is that Ells, like, writes, you know, when's PM Summit, right? And that's why this blew up to a little bit more than just Florida. That's why, you know, we brought in Dingo and Kais and whatever, and did that whole voting thing. It's a small start, but like that's how we want to grow it. So we tell Ells, like, you know, this is happening. He's like, oh yeah, hype, whatever, I'm down. And then, like, you know, maybe like a month before, I'm like, Ells, are you still down? Are you still cool? Like, I'm confirming everybody because I need a hard confirm that everyone's cool. Everyone except Ells confirmed. Every single person except for Ells confirmed. And Ells is like, you know, I don't know, unless maybe I want to go to this. No, I don't know if I'm going to the Arcadian in Chicago or whatever. You guys know the Melee Arcadian.
Yeah.
You got second at that.
Yeah, he got second at that. Shout outs to him. He did a great job. However, how are you gonna pick a losers tournament versus, you know, like a tournament named after you? I'm offended. For the dying game.
A little
for the dying game. You need to be here. You need to be here supporting your boys. But anyways, you know, to be fair, it worked out for him because he did really well at the Arcadian. So, you know, good job to him. However, like, I didn't get, like, an answer, like, for sure, yes or no, until, like, a day before the event. I was like, all right, Ells, we need an answer, we need an answer. He was like, no, I don't know. Or he just, like, dodged me for a little bit. I was like, come on, just give me a yes or no. So, I mean, that's why he didn't come, and that's why we advertised him as coming, because, like, at first he was like, yeah, I'm down, and then it just kind of turned into a no. And then... So Dirt Boy, right? Dirt Boy, I'm like communicating with him on my way up, like I'm communicating a couple days before. He had asked me when I first announced this event, yo, JFyst, what if I'm in Florida? Will you guys let me enter? And I'm like, you know what, sure. Like, you know, I talked to like the other Florida PTOs.
This is where the story starts.
The more the merrier. If you want to be here and like you come, sure, why not? So, you know, because he has some relatives who live in Florida. So, like 2 or 3 weeks before the tournament, I like messaged Dirt Boy like, "Yo, so do you still want to come?" Cause I had forgotten about that, to be honest. But I was checking on some things and I remembered. I was like, "Oh, Dirt Boy, you still want to come?" And he was like, "Yeah, I still do kind of want to come. What days would I need off?" It would tell him the days off. He gets the days off work, even though he didn't think he would. And he tries to fly out for that weekend, right? Tries to fly out for the March 9th to 11th. And he's like, all right, so I can either get to this airport or this airport, but it only works if they're not full, if these flights are not full.
I know that strat.
And then he gets it for basically free if they're not full.
That's right.
But they kept getting full. He gets a flight to Texas, which would connect to a flight in Florida. But it only works if the connecting flight to Florida is
also
not full.
Yes, my friend did this to get to like Ireland or something.
He takes the connecting flight, gets to Florida. He finds out he's unable to get to... I mean, not to Florida. He gets to Texas. He finds out he's unable to get to Florida from Texas. The flight over there is full. So he sends us a message on a Discord that we made for the House of Ells. Sends us a message. It's so great. It's a picture of him like with a pillow on a one of those booths at Whataburger, and he's like, "If you think I'm too good to sleep at a Whataburger, you're out of your fucking mind."
I did see that picture. It was quite a fantastic picture.
It's so good, and honestly, I'm a little happy that happened because it was so funny. At this point, he tells us like, "There's a flight in the morning. I'll take that flight." And we're like, all right, so he can't go to, he can't do doubles, but he'll be here for singles in the morning. So we'll make his pool like at 2. I wake up, and 3 people cancel on me right then and there. Dirt Boy cancels, could not get the connecting flight, stuck in Texas.
That's awful.
I forgot that it was spring break this weekend, and there was no way there wasn't going to be completely full booked flights this weekend, and that's what happened. It was spring break. You're not getting any flights, like, non-full flights during this time.
Sounds right.
Then Zigludo bails. He's feeling sick all of a sudden. He's just, ill.
The lab monster.
Less of a lab monster than you think, but yes, he is very interested in things like that. So he's ill. He got a flu from switching characters every month.
I agree. Don't switch off Ganon. It causes horrible diseases.
Switched off of Bowser to Ganon, then Ganon to Ike, then Ike to Wario. He's definitely trying to climb this tier list.
He's not Ike Okay, I'm not even going to try and keep up with this guy.
He's trying to climb this tier list. He's always going up. He's going to make Meta Knight soon.
Just do it.
Yeah, eventually.
He's going to get to Meta Knight soon. Don't you worry.
He's going to pick
Maybe
Sonic.
Maybe he'll lap the tier list and get back down to Bowser.
He'll pick Sonic. He'll do it.
So
the meta.
The meta. So he gets sick, and then D Reckless, like last on the PR, he's like, he lives in his family lives in South Florida. He goes to college in Gainesville, which is like North Florida.
Yeah.
But he's in South Florida, and he's like, listen, there's like an exam that I have to do on Monday and Tuesday or whatever, and like I just won't have time to study if I go up there, and I know I'm not going to study if I'm up there. So I can't go. Yeah.
Another reckless decision by D Reckless.
Not a reckless decision. His name is very misleading. What a responsible man.
Very responsible, actually. Who knew?
So, unfortunately, he also couldn't come. I might be forgetting, like, another person who couldn't come. But
it was me.
You don't count, Moto. You're a different thing.
Oh.
I might be forgetting another person who didn't come, but, like, there was a good amount of cancellations all last minute that we had to, like, redo the seating, change it, whatever. So, finally, day 1. I wake up after sleeping a couple hours. I get some nice breakfast. Again, shout out to Afro Wonder, making some good food. Everyone's eating breakfast or whatever. And Mr. Fab calls me and he's like, all right, JFyst, play the first round. And honestly, like, I'm the type of player who, like, I just kind of, like, all right, fine, whatever. I don't really, I don't have a problem with, like, pools timing. I should have had a problem with pools timing. Everyone else had already been warm. They'd been playing all morning. They'd played all night. I sit down against Central Florida player Up Smash and Pray. Great name, honestly. Up Smash and Pray, Ricky, what a god. He 2-0s me. 2-0s me.
Get bodied.
Yeah, I get fucked. I'm not upset, but I'm more like, oh my god, I should have warmed up. But like I played so bad and I was so mad. But he like, he threw me away in the trash. Hit me with that good old fox.
Up smash.
That up smash, baby. So there was actually, the funny thing is that day none of the first seeds in the pools got out as first seeds.
What?
None of them. I was first seed in my pool. I was first seed in my pool. Up Smash and Pray was last seed in my pool. Yeah, that's not a good look, baby. Then I pretty much like I start warming up a little bit and I start steamrolling through everyone else. Then I gotta play Kala, who's my second seed. I play Kala. I think he pretty much walks me out. Like he just bodies me. Pretty sure. Like I don't think that was okay. Like I don't think I played okay. I think he just bodied me. And then so pretty much for like the rest of the day, I'm like, oh my god, I'm so bad or whatever. I don't take it too bad because I know I'm getting out, but like I was like, right. So pools 2 happen. I believe this is Kais's pool. Kais's pool has Kais, Swampy,
the best Yoshi in PM.
The best Yoshi in PM, baby. Let's go, Swampy.
Could be top 5 in any other region.
Let's see.
Is he 6th?
No, he's 4th.
Top,
he's 4th.
Yeah, he's top 5 in Florida.
Oh, he's okay. 4th in Florida. He's
I'm
4th
just quoting
in Florida.
JFyst.
Oh, right. Okay.
Did I say top 5 in any? What?
Didn't you make that tweet that was like anyone in Florida's PR could be?
Oh, anyone in
top 3.
No, what it was like anyone in Florida's top 5 could be anywhere in any other regions top. Like they could be any other regions like top 1. Was what it was.
Highly debatable, I must say.
I wouldn't say for California or for New York, or like the tri-state area is what I mean by New York.
You trying to call out Canada? Come here.
I'll definitely call out Canada. You want to fight me right now?
I'll do it. I'll beat Trump. What's another Sonic?
Anyways, so Kai Swampy. I can't remember the rest of the pool. I didn't write down any notes. Jags money was in that pool. Pure the legend. Pure coming out of nowhere. Hadn't played for like months. Did so great. Swampy and Swampy loses to Pure. He bodies Jags. Oh my god. They played only Green Hill because Jags has this boner with Green Hill.
Yeah, he does.
And Swampy likes to like challenge these type of things. So they're 1-1, right? They're 1-1 in their set, Jags and Swampy. And then Swampy 4-stocks Jags in the most stylish way possible on 20 FPS, baby, because we couldn't figure out why the stream was lagging on day 2, even though it didn't day 1. Until day 3. Anyways, so 20 FPS, he got the greatest combo of all time. It was so good. It involved a 1-frame bug, a 1-pixel bug on the last pixel of Neutral B. Which pretty much brings in the other character without turning them into an egg, putting them in like a ton of hit stun. So he does like a sick combo extension with that, and 4 stocks him on Green Hill. It was great. What a great pop-off. Then he loses to Pure. Pretty funny, because Pure hadn't played for months. Pure just doesn't play the game, guys. He just shows up sometimes. He's like, hey, guys, I want to play the game. Funnily enough, like 2 weeks before, me and Colin were playing Pure and friendlies, and we were beating him with, like, random while he was trying. So, like, I don't know, I guess in 2 weeks he was just like, alright, guys, I gotta wake up, you know? House of Ells is coming. So, then Hwampy plays Kais for, like, the end of that. Oh, well, actually, I should mention Jags and Kais. Jags and Kais go ahead, they play their set. Jags is 1-1 with Kais, they go to FD. I promise you, Jags had that set, but he's such a pansy. There was so many like times where he could have killed Kais, but I guess he was like in his head, like no, just go for the safe, like fair, you know.
Dude,
like, just get the fair because you might miss the
button.
dare. Yeah, hit the fast button. Just just hit on that damage, which is a bad idea for Marth because you don't want to get to Marth percent and you don't want to stay.
Marthritis.
So anyways, like he pretty much loses the set because he didn't capitalize on when he should kill.
Oof.
So now comes Hwampy Kais. Hwampy Kais was great because Hwampy smacked Kais. Hwampy had been talking for months about how he'd body Kais if they played, because his brother, Hwampy's brother, plays Charizard.
Right.
So he plays that matchup literally all the time. And Hwampy's the type of player that like he'll lab interactions, he'll like figure things out for the character, like what you could do against the character or for the situation and yada yada.
What you're saying is he PM janked Kais.
Of course, he PM janked Kais. That is exactly what I'm saying. He gave Kais the big dick. Like he bodied Kais. I think they were both like 3 stocks. Like not very close at all. Yeah.
What top 50?
So Hwampy comes out as first in his pool. Kais only loses to Hwampy. Hwampy had lost to Pure, but Pure drops his set to somebody else, so Hwampy, head to head matters more than whatever. Oh, quick note, Sartron was in this pool. Sartron, old PMDT, ex-PMDT.
Oh, okay. I don't know that.
Yeah. We wanted to have like more like player conversations, but so many things set us back with time and whatever. I was happy with how it ran as a player experience, but I wanted to make it a better stream experience.
Yeah, that could definitely be improved. It was kind of janky day 2.
Yeah. I mean,
but I got better.
Experience, like Frozen Phoenix is like started a little janky, but we're just kind of you roll out the kinks as the tournaments go on.
I'm very happy as a TO how it went, how House of Ells ran. I'm very happy with how it ran. I'm sad by how the stream experience went because I know it could have been better. Regardless, so then the last pool finally happens. This pool was also fun because it was Dingo and Nogorilla.
The best DK.
The best DK of all time. Honestly, our Lord and Savior. So Dingo and Nogorilla, and I can't remember who's in the rest of the pool. Again, like did not keep notes of this. Oh, you know what? I think it's like AED in this pool. Yeah, I think AED is in this pool. AED didn't really do too much. He wasn't like, He
played Game & Watch, that thing.
He didn't do too much, he didn't do too many upsets or anything. He loses to Nogorilla and Dingo. Now, the only match here I think of note was actually just Dingo Kais. I mean Dingo Nog. It was actually great because Dingo is like spanking Nog, like bodying him. I think the first game was like a 3 stock, and then Nog SD is like his second to last stock on game 2. Dingo still has like 3 stocks, so it looks like it's a wrap. And then Dingo taunts, and it was over. It was done.
Oh no!
It was done.
Not to get bodied.
It was done. They were on WarioWare. Nog clearly got powered up. He was like, "You gonna do this to me at my home? I fought for you to come here. How are you gonna taunt me?" Bodies Dingo. I'm talking like Nog's at like maybe 100%. Like on his last stock, was Dingo still has 3. Maybe his like 3rd stock was like maybe it had like 50% or something. Nog hits him with like 1-2 quick fucking dumb DK combos, kills Dingo. Dingo comes back down to the ground, hits him with a couple mix-ups to get regrabs. then throws him into the corner of WarioWare, the right corner. And he does this all the time. If you don't know how to deal with it, you're definitely going to get hit with it the first time. He throws you into the corner off stage, and you're going to DI out because you're like, I'm going to DI out and then jump back to stage. Nog does not pussy out. He throws everything on the line. He just jumps out there with his double jump, and he just forward airs at DK. He kills Dingo at like 40% at the right side of the stage, and makes that sick comeback. Dingo, why did you taunt? You ruined your life.
I just want to shout out one person that's in that pool because I can never pronounce. I know what their tag is, but I never pronounce it right. Code Red.
Code Red. Oh my God! How didn't I mention Code Red?
His tag is all one word, so I keep wanting to say Codered.
Codered.
But it's Code Red. It tilts
I know.
me.
I feel ashamed that I did not mention Code Red because he's actually the sickest Kirby alive.
We got Piff. I don't know.
He's actually the coolest Kirby alive.
I don't know, man.
He's so sick.
Contested.
No one knows about Adam
He
X.
actually made so many Giphies during that tournament. He actually made so many. And I hate Kirby, but he made him look so cool. So yeah, I mean, Code Red, I think Code Red was like their 3rd seed. I mean, he pretty much beat everyone he beat and lost to everyone he loses to. He did really well against Nog, though. He almost beat Nog. Took game 1 pretty handedly. And then, I mean, game 2 and 3, Nog just kind of took it back, which is what he did against Dingo. Game 3, like, Nog was in full control. There was, like, nothing Dingo could do anymore. Why'd you taunt, fam? You just had to take the win, That's all you had to do.
Dude, it's a true combo. He knows.
Taunt to get bodied. You just need to know, You need to know your percents.
All percents combo. It's guaranteed. Bread and
have
butter.
a big brain.
Okay, so I think that pretty much covers day 2. We played Mafia that night, which was
Let's
great.
go. Mafia's
Had a
sick.
great time. We had a great Mafia. We pretty much killed Kais instantly.
He's too good.
Because
Can't have him in there.
It's because Kais, like, tried to call me out. I wasn't Mafia, but he, like, called me out. So I was like, alright, Kais, you know what? I was actually Vigilante that night.
That guy plays Sonic, so I think we should kill him.
I was Vigilante that night. So he did some play to, like, get me to, like, to get the Mafia to expose themselves. Like, whoever wants to kill is clearly the Mafia. But, like, I was just like, let's kill people because it's fun. So I go ahead and I kill Kais using my Vigilante powers. I just murder him. I use my Vigilante powers to murder Kais. And then I kill Kala because I'm like, hey guys, you'll never know if Kala's actually Mafia. He's too nice. Murder him. No one listened to me, and he turned out to be Mafia, and we lost.
Wow.
That's what they do. They get you.
I told everyone, you'll never know if Kala's
It's a mix-up for your entire life. You be nice to everyone for literally your entire life, and then it all pays out in that one moment.
That one Mafia game that decides the fate of the world.
So let me just finish up day 3 here real fast. Day 3.
Pretty fast.
Day 3, everyone's reseeded into winners. We did like a round robin to decide who gets the last bye because there was 4 buys, but only 3. Only 3. And Dingo ends up winning the bye by beating Kais. And then our second seed in my pool was actually was up Smash and Pray because he beat me. But he just kind of got steamrolled and ended up memeing by hitting the Smashville balloons over and over.
Yeah,
I respect it.
you gotta get those.
If you gotta go down one way, that's the way to go down. That's how you go. So anyways, day 3. The end of day 3 was great, but day 3 starts. Everyone round 1 I think goes about as planned. Round 2, Whompy loses to AED.
Got him.
Yeah. Nog really upset because the very beginning of that morning he was super upset because Kais was 2nd seed, so he had to go against a 1st seed in 1st seed round 1 because they get a bye.
Yeah.
So Nog has to play Kais, and he's like, this is unfair to me because Kais, whatever, blah blah blah, and he had a whole fight about it. But ultimately, somebody's gonna get messed up by Kais. You know, like Kais decided to go second, like got second seed, so somebody has to pay the price now, and it can't be Hwampy because he already beat him.
Yep.
So it's either you or Kala. Somebody gets bodied. So and Kais already played Dingo, so it's either you or Kala, and it just ended up being you. Like that's so whatever. He was like mad about that. I played Dingo. Dingo beats me. He lived until like 200% every stock. I swear. Ban Zard. When are we banning Zard? And then top 8. I think that's about when top 8 kicks in. Again, like losers isn't that huge. Like nothing really happens in losers.
You're almost beat Nog.
Yeah, I know. That's in top 8. That's in 7th.
Oh, is it?
Pure was
yeah,
so close. Pure was
it.
so close. For some reason, he kept doing back throw instead of up throw to combo. I didn't understand it. It didn't work a single time. But he was like, you know what? Back throw will get him this time.
For reference, what character does Pure play?
Peach in Zero Suit.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, he was playing Peach. Yeah, he was just like, you know, let's go Peachy. Let's do some back throws. But his spacing was actually insane. It was actually nuts to watch. If you haven't seen that set, like that was a great set to watch.
Watch the VODs, people. Do it.
Me vs. Hwampy was it was kind of a wash. Hwampy didn't really play that well against me. I just kind of 3-0'd him, I think.
3-1.
It was 3-1. Close enough.
Same thing.
And then
you and Kala?
I want to. Oh yeah, then it was me and Kala. Me and Kala was pretty close set. It was last stock, on WarioWare last game. And then he just kind of IVs me with his giant brain. What a giant brain on this man. A lot of annoying frame chaps is what it was on WarioWare. Stages are always a mixed bag for us. We always like sometimes the stage works, sometimes it doesn't. But anyways, so he giant brains me and annihilates me the last stock. I think like I had a chance to kill him, but I pussied out and went back to stage. And then he just he kind of wins that set. And then Nog plays against AD in losers. AD just kind of gets washed and Nog wins. So that ends 5th. Let's see. Kais plays. I don't remember who he plays to get into winners finals.
He beat Kala.
He beat Kala to get into winners finals, and Dingo beats AED to get into winners finals.
You got an all Charizard affair in winners finals.
You get an all Charizard non-Florida winners finals.
For the
Florida
according to plan.
Invitational. Let's go. So Kais, even though he lost like the day before to Dingo, I guess he just wasn't trying. This is 100% Kais.
And now he will try.
Because Kais bodies Dingo in this run back. Like he 3-0s him. Pretty clean. And then so Kala now plays against Nog in losers semis.
Yep.
The last time they played, like Kala had won. It wasn't like crazy dominant, but he had won. And then like before that, it was pretty much generally Nog. But this tournament, like something happened because like that was not close at all.
Ivysaur just evolved.
Bodied Nog, like nothing Nog could do. He came back and he was like, that's DK's worst matchup. It's worse than Sonic. It's the worst matchup for DK.
How many times I gotta hear that from a player who's lost?
Yeah, he came in here. He was like, "This is the worst thing in the world." By the way, just fun fact, real quick. Nog, after his sets with Kala before the last time they played, when Nog was winning generally, every time he'd beat Kala, he'd be like, "I'm sorry." Like he'd look at him and be like, "I'm sorry." That would get Kala so salty. He'd come over to me and he'd be like, "You know what Nog just did to me?"
He apologized.
He apologized, like, oh my god. He'd say I'm sorry because he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry that I had to do that to you, bro."
I had to do it to him.
So he goes from that to like Ivysaur's DK's worst matchup. DK can't do anything. So that was pretty funny. He gets 3-0'd, and then Dingo Kala happens. Kala like 4 stocks in game 1. Like 4 stocks in game 1. Maybe not 4 stock, but it was like in Kala's favor. Then I think game 2 was still Charizard, and Kala wins that. And then game 3, Dingo goes Olimar.
What? Okay.
Yeah, he goes Olimar, and I'm like, what is he doing? Is he trying to like throw here? Oh, you know what? No, he went Olimar game 2. And then, like, again, is he trying to throw? But he almost beats Kala. He was, like, really close to beating Kala with Olimar. That was nuts, because, it's Olimar. And then game 3, he goes back to Charizard. But, like, now Charizard's just been powered up or something. Because, like, he, like, 3-stocks Kala.
Give him that Mega Stone.
Then, yeah, he got that Mega Stone, Mega Charizard. Like, 3-stocks Kala, and then he, like, then the next stage, he, like, also, like, dominantly, like, just shows Kala the business. Let me show you the stage real quick, fam. And he told me he was feeling confident after that. He was like, I figured out Kala. No more gimmicks. I'm gonna, easy. Game 4, they go to Pokemon Stadium, because that's how you have to end it, right? It's a Pokemon battle. Right. And Kala just kind of gives him hands. I don't know what happened. Again, maybe Mega Ivysaur came out. No one knew.
Up in here, in disguise.
Venusaur in disguise. The stats got powered up. No one knew. And he just kind of gives him the business. He just lets him know, hey fam, this is Florida. I get a power up from this. My character gets he gets Sundance when he's in Florida.
No charged solar beams.
No charged solar beams.
There you go.
So he kind of like 3-stocks him, and then finally grand finals. Kala plays against Kais. They had played before. Kais won handedly. This time it wasn't as handedly. Game 5, last stock, last hit. Kala actually had a 3-stock advantage. We thought he was going to reset. And Kais just kind of brings it back. The game was decided by a misclick by Kala. He does an up air, like the soft spike hitbox.
Yep.
Kais misses the landing. Doesn't tech. Does not tech. Kala down tilts it. He meant to down smash. Idiot does it with the control stick. Clearly, because his brain is just too far for me to understand. He does not like the C stick. So he does a down tilt. C-stick's cheating. He does the down tilt, and Kais lives at like 180, and he just and then that's decided the set. Kais then like hits him with something and wins.
And then the
entire tournament.
Over.
And that decided that the next tournament is going to be called Kais's Kickback.
I like it.
Yeah.
Wow.
We could have called it Kala's Cranium. It could have almost been Kala's Cranium.
What a journey.
So close.
I like that. I like that name too. Speaking of Kala, he has this GoFundMe going for Smash Splash. We'll link that in the description. So if you want to see Big Brain Ivysaur main at Smash Splash,
giant brain, guys. Cannot be contained inside his body.
If you can, like Jimmy Neutron level.
Jimmy Neutron level.
Like that bulb on Ivysaur's back is actually just Kala's brain.
Yeah,
man.
I can see it.
He releases the wisdom when he uses the solar.
He just tells you some knowledge, and that's why you fucking
shoots
die.
out pure IQ.
Oh my god, it was a great weekend. I ended up getting messed up that night, and some people saw a side of me that they shouldn't see.
Oh no!
Oh, nice.
They found out you were Sonic main.
Dingo has some stories about that. It was a great tournament, all in all. We're definitely looking to improve the experience next year. Maybe bring in a couple more out-of-staters.
Always the goal. Get better.
Improve the streaming experience, and have some, quality backups in case our first plans, cancel.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. Well.
But we got a few more topics. I'm just going to run through these since we've been talking for a while.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm so sorry. I'm a motorboat. I can go on forever, guys.
The long bracket story, but I mean, it was detailed.
Yeah,
so I can't.
I can't mind for the sake of like just in case.
All right. So, Flex Zone 3 next weekend. Flarp's going.
I'm going.
Bunch of Northeast is going.
Luigi.
Yep.
Top level players like Sosa, Switch, etc. They're going. It'll be fun. Watch that, but also watch.
Going?
I don't know.
Young Matt, the legend who got banned out of the South Florida Arcadian. Let's go, Young Matt.
But also watch Expand Gong 3, an Australian regional /
shout out to Australia.
Australia's sick. They're gonna finally have a stream
probably
this
win
time.
that tournament.
Our homie Star is over there. Everyone loves Star.
I don't love him anymore. He switched to Ike.
Yo, let's go Mari bro.
Mari bro's dope. Shout outs to Brib.
Go Sora.
But yeah, they're having a stream this time, and
everyone watch
I don't know the link for that, but it's April 5th through 7th U.S. time it'll be 6 through 8 for them because
We'll get that link for the
time zones.
description.
Yeah, I'll put that in the description once I find out what it is. And then Push More Buttons is happening soonish, but we'll cover that next time because we don't have to cover that now. We got time for that. But go to that.
Go to it. Push more buttons. Push that
more buttons,
give money
guys.
button and sign up.
Push the register
That's
button.
right.
Put that
Hit it.
register button.
Real register hours. Hit it.
Give them your money. Yeah, there you go. Give Cal your money too,
Give
because
Kyle
he
your money,
deserves it.
guys.
Oh yeah.
If
Yeah,
they
get
can
him
fly
on
me
this
out,
And Ron
You
Gunshoe.
sh-
Let's not forget the Canadians.
oh yeah,
Yeah, guys, let's
Gumshoe.
definitely bring Raw Gunshoe to even bigger bulk.
That is
Oh,
a
yeah.
very
Mario
good
Party's
idea.
I'm gonna
great game.
donate at least $2.
Mario Party's a great game.
I actually donated $2.
Let's go. Shout outs to people who watched that stream. Had to deal with
I did.
Venom and Heels trying to play Cuphead.
Yeah, that was an adventure.
That
Was
felt,
it?
yeah.
I bet it was fun.
Oh,
I bet it was fun.
It was an experience.
For sure.
Uh,
Bubbles was in chat and called me a problem. So I appreciate that. Shoutouts to Bubbles.
Bubbles, yeah, Bubbles is a funny guy, I've learned.
Alright, we've been going for like over an hour now.
Yeah,
so
like, let's
we're out of topics.
Let's
wrap this thing up.
one
yeah.
put a little bow on
Thanks
it.
for watching, everyone.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
guys so
JFyst
much.
and Tempest, for showing up.
Thank you for having me.
I am also
Like
very
doing this
happy
kind
to
of
have
thing.
been here.
Shoutouts to JFyst Power for going out. So I don't know how that's gonna go, but we'll
Yeah,
figure it out.
we'll,
10 ode.
It'll work out somehow.
You guys are listening to this right now, so I'm sure they're worked out.
That's
I hope
right.
so.
Alright, that's been the end of this episode. I've been Moto.
Oh, I've
Good job, Flarp.
Yeah, he's Flarp. He's
That was
Miss
Flop.
Miss
And
Q.
I've been Tempest, and I will continue to be Tempest.
I'm a great person.
I agree.
I disagree. Alright, bye, everyone.
Peace
I guess.
out.
See ya.
Signing out.